morning, everyone. It's Kelly here, and it's Finley. Hi, handsome boy. Good morning. Well, it's kind of a late morning. It's, what time is it? 11:30. So I am going to prepare some wahoo in this video. I'm going to sear it. I have some wahoo here from Mexico, which is pretty much the last time I went diving, which was 8 weeks ago. 8 weeks out of the ocean is driving me a little bit loony, if you guys probably would know. But anyways, however, yesterday, Finley, why are you licking my leggings, you weirdo? Yesterday, Cooper and Zach invited me down to Fort Lauderdale to spearfish. A couple people caught some wahoo in the morning yesterday, so we went out in the late afternoon to see if we couldn't see any wahoo. Unfortunately, it was a little bit slow, not a lot of bait in the water, or fish really, and the current was slack. So when the current is slack while you're drifting, well, one, you can't drift because you're just sitting in the same spot, and a bait and everything is not being pushed around. So we didn't really have much success finding wahoo yesterday. However, we did shoot a couple fish. We did some target practice. At the end of the day, the bait fish came up. And when I say bait fish, they were blue runners. They were these fish called speedos, which are like super long, super fast fish. And a few rainbow runners came up in the water column on our flashers. So we decided to stick around, but unfortunately the sun did go down. As you guys know, the sun sets at like 6:30 now, so it got dark pretty fast. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of that spearfishing footage, but, well, I guess I can show it to you right now because this wahoo has to defrost a little bit more. So I'm gonna show you guys some spearfishing footage of yesterday, and on top of that, it was my first time back in the water in 8 weeks since my sprained ankle. So actually, you know what? Before I show you spearfishing footage, check this out. Oh yeah, that's Finley's blanket. We're walking. We are walking normal. It's healed. I just have to be super careful. Obviously, it's like a very freshly healed injury. You know, it's a little sore and stiff, but I can officially get back in the water. So I'm super, super happy because I was going crazy not diving. But I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of some speedo spearing target practice, just some slow spearfish from yesterday, and then we'll get back to cooking this wahoo. Thanks.
Wait, you wanna drop that?
My first one ever.
Damn, let's go. TV.
I've 3-pronged them before. This is called a speedo. Good bait fish. They're actually really hard to shoot. They're super fast and super little. Studs only. irritating. Nice fish, Holmes. So the wahoo that I have is already cut into sections. I went ahead and defrosted it in the sink, ran a little bit of warm water over the plastic it was in, and then wrapped them up in paper towels for them to finish defrosting and absorb any juices on the fish. Now, when you're handling fish, especially fish that's been in the freezer, you definitely want the fish meat to be as dry as possible when you go to cook it. It just makes fish less fishy, it cooks better, and it tastes better. You don't want your fish fillets sitting in juice. So even say you catch fish or spearfish and you are going to cook it, but maybe like not that same day, when you fillet it, make sure it's clean, obviously. Roll it in paper towels and put it in your fridge. It will stay fresher longer. If you put a bunch of fillets in a Ziploc bag with no paper towels, that fish, the meat, is just gonna produce juices, and it's gonna sit in the juices, and the fish is gonna spoil a lot faster. Very important, paper towels on your fish fillets. So, we're not doing anything extensive. We have our wahoo here. We have some olive oil. This is key for searing wahoo. Toasted sesame oil. I have some seasoning from Key West that I got at Baby's Coffee Shop down on Sugarloaf, and some black pepper. So let's get started. I do a little bit of a mixture just because. Ooh. All right, one hand on the camera, one hand seasoning some fish. Now this is super salty, so I'm only going to do the one side with the salt. You can always add salt later. We're gonna flip them, do some black pepper. And I actually forgot about this, sesame seeds. I'm just gonna press the sesame seeds into the fish. That way they can stick to the fish when you sear it. I'm gonna put sesame seeds on both sides of the fish just because I love me some sesame seeds. Now that our oil's nice and hot, I think I can manage to fit all these pieces in the same. What you think it's been? So we're just gonna sear this wahoo. We still want it raw in the middle, so we're gonna sear both sides. Honestly, I can't really give you a time. I wanna say maybe 2 minutes on each side. You can cook wahoo all the way through if you'd like, if you don't like raw fish. You can also prepare wahoo in sushi rolls. You can have it sashimi'd. What is Finley doing? Finley's obsessed with my dive bag. He's always like finding stuff in it. I think it's the flashers. They're super shiny in there. But yeah, I mean, wahoo, it's a great fish. I personally don't like fully cooking wahoo all the way through because it is a great fish to eat raw. So it's not going to take very long. This piece is definitely done. Honestly, I forgot I turned the dial down a little bit, so normally you want this oil a little bit more hotter just to give it a nice little golden crust on it, but whoopsie. That's okay. I actually have a new fillet knife. Shout out to Darcizzle. She went ahead and gave me a bunch of these Smith's fillet knives, which I have not used yet, so this is the first time I'm using. Oh yeah. Whew. Check that out right there. Raw on the inside, seared on the outside. I do want to tap into a little bit about what I use for equipment. Now, when I'm spearfishing around Florida or anywhere else over the world, I do travel with my spear guns normally, and I have my 48-inch Koa roller, which I use this thing for pretty much everything. There is a reel on it. And then I do have my blue water Koa gun. These bands, you can put a little bit stronger bands on there. I just put bands that I could personally load. That way, if I do shoot a fish that's a world record, you have to be able to load your own gun. But that is basically my Wahoo gun, or just blue water. I do have some Koa carbon fiber fins. Koa just came out with these fins. I used them yesterday and they are absolutely amazing. I go through fins just because I do like to experiment, and I don't know, I like to try different products. This is my fin collection. I got plastics, I got hard carbon, I got these carbon, another carbon pair, fiberglass pair, and another carbon pair that are at Exhale Spearfishing. He's putting some old foot pockets on them. So I have tried out lots of fins, and these ones happen to be my new favorite. And if you're not experienced, or like if you're getting into free diving and you don't want to spend a lot of money on fins, Koa does have plastic blades as well. The first 4 years of free diving, I used plastic blades. They're great. If you want to advance and maybe go a little bit deeper, a little bit more efficient in the water, carbon is excellent for that. So new carbon blades from Koa. And I am super stoked, which I haven't said this yet, so the coffee's kicking in and my heart's racing. Koa has new pole spears. And just like my fin collection, I have a pole spear collection out in the garage. So I will give you guys my honest opinion about the Koa pole spear when I go to the Bahamas in a couple days. So far, I'm liking it because it's super light. It's 3 pieces, and the fact that it's so light, I'm really loving that. Oh, what is that, Finn? Because I'm a female in the water, and the last thing I need is a massive, heavy pole spear to just lug around. So the fact that it's pretty light, I love it. It's probably gonna glide through the water nicely. I am so stoked to use this. I have a traditional band right here because I already have 3 rollers in the garage, and I'll show you what a roller is real quick. I just cleaned my garage, so and organized. All right, let me see. So all my pole spears are kind of just like in the corner right here, but a roller will have literally a roller on the back, and then this band will strap on in the middle of the pole spear. Hi, Finn. And then you put your hand through this loop right here, and the roller, you can really pull up on the pole spear, and it has a lot more power to shoot your fish, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I already have rollers, and I just need a traditional because I like traditional bands. Oh, Finn, what do you got? He is such a sock stealer. I have a box of Everglades Fishing Company socks in here. Can we have that back, please? You brat. You are such a punk. In the comments below, does anyone have dogs that steal socks? Because Finley loves. I mean, he steals everything, but socks, like, he's trying to shove the whole thing in his mouth. What are you doing? He is such a nut. So anyways, I'm actually in the middle of packing for the Bahamas as well, but we're gonna get back to this Wahoo. And I'm gonna get these socks away from Finley. And last but not least, I'm just gonna top it with a little bit of ponzu sauce. Just like that. Now ponzu is kind of like a soy sauce. It just has more of like a citrusy flavor to it. Ooh. You know, that's good. It doesn't get much better than that. That fish, Cooper, my friend Cooper shot in Mexico. Finley, you want a piece of fish? I don't know if you're gonna like the ponzu sauce. Maybe you do like the ponzu sauce. Here, let's get you. Sit. It's a good boy. Finley a good boy? Does Finley like to steal socks? Does Finley listen every time Mom asks him to? Does Finley deserve a piece of Wahoo? You're so cute. Before I close out this video, I do want to touch base with what we're going to be doing for the next week. It's the end of 2023 right now. We're going into 2024, and my New Year's resolutions is to start grinding. The past 2 months have been super slow for me, super slow for the channel, as you guys know. Sprained my ankle. I can't do anything on a sprained ankle. Like, yeah, I probably could have done some stuff, but having the ankle being hurt and like going into like a depression of just like not being able to work, not being able to dive, like even just like walk around my house and clean was just like a pain in the butt. And like, I'm trying to stay off of it so it heals faster. I've had this trip planned to the Bahamas next week for probably like 3 months. So I'm like, I need to be able to dive when I go to the Bahamas. So good note is I will be diving in the Bahamas. Myself and Zach are going to cross over with our new friends, Emily and Cole, with the adventure cruise. Finley's running around with his blanket right now. Finley, what are you doing? He's such a nut. I need to let Finley outside so he can run around, but we're gonna be going to the Bahamas. We're crossing from Florida to Weston, Bahama. Our plan is to do Tiger Beach, do some shark dives, hopefully get some tiger sharks involved, some big hammerheads. You never know what you're gonna see. And then just kind of explore. I mean, when you go to the Bahamas on a sailboat, you kind of just do whatever the day brings you. We're gonna do some spearfishing, we're gonna do some trolling, we're gonna do all kinds of stuff. But you guys, tap into the Adventure Cruise YouTube channel. It's super cute because I thought when they named the channel the Adventure Cruise, I was thinking like a crew on a boat, the Adventure Crew, because like you have a crew on a boat. But it's actually their last name. So it's super clever and super adorable. Cole and Emily are friends of mutual friends, so this will be my first time meeting them, filming with them, and spending a week on a boat with them. So I'm super excited. They seem like such genuine and just such happy and excited people, and that's what I need in my life right now, is some positive vibes, because the past 2 months, as you guys know, have been super slow for me, for the channel, for filming, for doing any active activities because of my busted ankle. That is not so much busted anymore, but I still got to be careful. So anyways, we will see you guys in the Bahamas next week. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. But right now this video is ending. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Be sure to subscribe, leave a positive comment below, and give this video a thumbs up. And we will see you guys next time. See ya.